Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
We know what is a show backup. That's the reason I don't want to get into the theory part. It's just what we do is after the backup is performed, we verify that recovery point or we verify that backed up data if it is consistent or not. That's it. Main thing is how you configure the show backup. That is important. Backup infrastructure, show backup. But I believe for show backup we were having trouble, if I'm not wrong. Create one. And what's your lab? It's a backup infrastructure. This is like a double checking to make sure the backup is correct or not. That's what's your labs? This is my what's your lab. Create a show backup. She create a virtual? Is it like for testing? Correct, just for testing. I'm a bit confused about this one. This one. Hold. I'm just trying to check where my backups are. This is for testing. We are trying to link your backup chose with the next existing one is up. I'll let you know. Currently, I have this backup. That's the next box, isn't it? Correct. It already got success. What I would do is I now want to make sure that this Linux backup is consistent, which means during the restore. I don't want to face any problems. I want to make sure that if I restore this VM, it should be 90.99% successful. That is what our show backup does is. Whatever goes, I'll go to home show backup job next. Here linking. I will try to do. Evaluated entire virtual disk content. Malware scan is also there. Do we not specify which restore point or anything like that? I'm checking for long. It is running the show. Backup for that job. Basically, this is doing trying to recover it or restore it. No, it will not restore or recover. It will just run the scan on that content. Is it like a best practice to use this show backup for every? Not every, only for critical. If you have access to your Veeam server, try to do a show backup for, apart from Hyper-V, if you have any other machines trying to do one. It's good to backup in, just to meme. First, we added a virtual lab, then application group. We can add. But here I don't have any notes which I can add. For application group, I created a virtual lab. What we can do is we can add DCL1, but currently I don't have any backups for that. Maybe you can add if you have these. You mean the test? I did something from the VM side itself. Get stuck in the lobby, the data store. I can't even choose the default one. It says in the lab. And if you are a bit confused about number 15, the data store. 8. You're in lab 8. Task 1 number 15 on the data store step. Keep the default settings. Why do we have to enter the network settings? I still don't know. No, you don't have to. You don't have to, just keep that part. I can skip. Let me see whether. We don't need to configure. You are saying we don't need to do the configuration part. Just keep the configure. But why do we do it? I don't know what's the reason we have to do that. Because what it does is it will create a VM from that restore point onto that environment. And that environment would be isolated. The virtual lab which we are creating. It's a nice. It will become an isolated network. It's not going to affect your production. Because what we are doing is we are picking up the data from the production site. It should not hamper anything on the production side. That's the reason we create a virtual lab inside the virtual lab. We will try to create another virtual machine with the same name and will be providing this IP. When we doing leave, what you do. This is just you can give the same IP. That is fine. When I do in our work, because this has to be in a separate. I need to find I do not have to do the network settings part. And I have to do in the office, for example. These network settings part, then the network team will give you. You cannot specify any, or the customer will provide you with the network settings. You have to check with the customer. The IP address. What is the subnet mask? Default gateway preferred alternate. For now, you can type in this. I just keep that. That's fine. No problem. But the customer will have these details. You have to find out if your customers are using it or not. Don't think. I think I got this green shot. And it is only from the design switch too. I know enabled. I'm getting another. I hope it doesn't. I'll cancel and do it again. Looks like something is all when I do. I'm getting that. Have you seen the message? Did you create that? I'm getting that message. I chose advanced. More personal, and Get is asking for me to choose the network. You. Once the short backup part is done, I think we would be left with some forward, incremental reverse backup site. You had questions on that, if I'm not wrong. Sure, backup is the last topic. Then you can do some post-class guides. After that, we can clear the doubts. Showback is the official last module, which was pending because the rest all recovered. These are the lab guards, if you can see my screen. Post-class is this one configuring installation for object storage. This is something cloud. As I mentioned on the cloud side, I don't have access to the cloud. Scale on backup repository. You can create secure restored all these parts you can do. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.